Hello. Welcome to the Benz NIghtShow. It is the 10th of November 2020. We are now on episode 35 sa atong show, makiksunan. Unbelievable. 85 naman dito, no? Pinana to gamay. O niya, nga naman mo gawas si Mr. Okay, nga naman. Sa may mga problema, sir, hindi mo ka magawas. Okay, properties. No properties available. Why? Nag-all magkaka. Dire. Sige, tara na to. Bang. Okay, nana. Nag-all na siya. Nag-go na magka-excellent. Alright. Dagang kitag mga experimental ko na. So I hope mura na taog BBC, CNN, ABC, or NBC, or CBS sa United States. Ito na ba? Sakto pag-spelling sa headlines. Okay. Now, mag-contact update sa atong coronavirus, mga kaigsonan. Okay ba ang sound na to diha? Coronavirus update. Alright, nara. Uy, daghan gitaon ng headlines din na to. Okay, piling atong updates. Siya ay as in full scale. Okay, it's fine. I think ang scale ano pa naman? F12? I'll check F12. F12. Fine. Okay, muna itong updates. I got our screen, makaigsunan. Muna itong updates karon. Okay. Kita sa inyong screen. Let's go. Push the pen. We are here. Here. Okay, that's it. Kita na itong drawing tablet. So, kita ninyo, alright? Sa inyong screen karon. Ito na sa screen. Muna siya ang cases nga diri sa Picas sa Rio nawa ha diri ha ibabaw sa kung ang debts. So, and then diri sa control ba okay. Control o shift diri so shift. Okay. So, din na ito nga sa screen. Makita ninyo ang area na itong i-consider. Alright, worldwide. 50,913,000. Piya na. 15,913,451. 50, dili 15. 50. 50,913,451. O ang iyang kung makaigsanan na yung deaths 1,263,000 1,263,089. That's worldwide. 51 million na ni. 51 million, kaya 50.9 naman. 51 million, that means to say 590 million ang probable cases nga total ang na-record kanilang 1/10 or 10% lang sa mga 50.1 million. Ang deaths 1.26, that's 1.3 million deaths worldwide after just 8 months, and this is just due to a single, okay, this is just due to a single illness, a single disease. The SARS-CoV-2 virus and the COVID-19 disease caused by SARS virus. Grabe, no? Tanaw na to ang Japan. Yes, Japan. Philippines pa din eh. Number 1 Philippines atong gi-track down nga mga gi-track nga mga gabes Pilipinas. So 398,449 cases. It's actually 400,000. Magna na tayo COVID fatigue, di na kita mo care, no? 398,449. And the death sa Philippines is already 7,647. Na gusto nga nakita din ng Pilipinas nila. Can you imagine? Almost 400,000. That's 398,449 global deaths. Philippine deaths, 7,647. Compare na to na sa Japan. Japan has a higher density than the Philippines. Ang Tokyo, mas mga Japan ron. Japan only has 1/3 the size of the Philippines. It's 109,191 cases. That's only 1,834 the entire Japan versus Philippines. Next, ang Singapore. Sus, 58,000 man kaya pong Singapore. Ay, huwag na manglihok. 58,064 sa Singapore. Sabi na. Singapore niya. Singapore. See? And only 28 days sa Singapore. Nari kita sa South Korea. Only 27,653. Only 27,653. And death sa South Korea, only 485. Ito 7,600 na. Manag Japan, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, o Hong Kong. Taiwan until now has only 578 cases with deaths, and there's as above my head 7 deaths only in Taiwan. O ang sunod pangitaw na to ang Hong Kong. Nasa mga Hong Kong, Manila, pero Hong Kong, ang center Hong Kong. Pero, okay, Hong Kong. Hong Kong na border sa Shenzhen. This is the Hong Kong territory. Click ta sa Hong Kong. Hong Kong has only 5,383 cases and only 107 deaths. 5,380 cases and only 107 deaths. Mana sa Hong Kong? Tanatog kano sa katapusan na matyan ng Hong Kong. Atong expand. Sa bako may screen, clear screen. Ang Hong Kong, muna yung nangamatay sa Hong Kong, tanawa. Hong Kong niya. Hong Kong niya, siguro na ito Hong Kong. Hindi ako marunong na. Dili na Hong Kong. Sa Taiwan to. Hong Kong 107 deaths, cases 5,300. 5,000. Oops, sorry. 5,380 deaths in Hong Kong. Cases. Deaths only 107. Only 107. Okay, so balik sa atong main window. Sa atong chatroom, na ba nakasud sa atong chatroom? Nakatod sa atong chatroom si Vilma Indab, Philippine Menyusa from Talamban, Los Sagretalo from Minglanilla, Charleston, Calomarde, Boal, Angela San Juan, Charito, Sopino. Salamat yung pag-iuban ako eh. Kaya pwede mo mananaw mo Netflix, mananaw mo YouTube, mananaw mo CNN, pero dirigid mo nagpauban na to. So I'm very happy nga diri mo ni uban na to. At least for, di mo ka mag-expect na tibok mong mamina to, tibok nga kuan. Tibok na oras, pero karong namo karon diri magpasalamat ako. Bisag dili kuan. Okay, so oras na makaigsunan. Time Kaliri lights. Yes. Ganda ka. Nanuwa mo ka. Okay. Sumunod ang background. Ano ba ito? Nindot ka na pang nindot ang background. Ano may kalit kasi pa ba? Ano? Very nice for the time. Right. So, ayaw sa kaundang niya. Ay. So, di mag-control ta from the kuan. Saan ka? Undang ka pa eh. Supposedly. Tanong mga playlist niya. Pamutanan. O latest sa coronavirus mga kaigsunan, usa ka expert nag-predict nga ang United States makaigo na siya og 200,000 daily coronavirus cases samtang ang United States moabot na siya og 10 million cumulative infections. Ang Australia nag-record siya 3 days of no local infections in Australia for the first time since March. Sa laing bahin si Biden gusto din siya mutakol sa coronavirus o si Biden may issue dayon may kuan dayon murag nag-decisive din pag-decisive din siya nga it could define his presidency. Ang FDA sa United States Food and Drug Administration naghatag og emergency authorization ngadto sa Eli Lilly Company sa iyang antibody treatment for COVID-19. Lain sa itong Pfizer ha, lain sa itong Moderna. Unya karon kinsa na may moangkon sa credits over Pfizer's vaccine announcement. Presidente rin nag-research sa laboratory. Di man. Dito sa El Paso, Texas, grabihan nangay sila upat ka additional mobile morgue. Kay ang ilang mga namatay dito sa El Paso, Texas, init na lugar ha. Nagsaka tungod sa COVID-19. Ang Brazil nag-suspend sa trials sa China's Sinovac vaccine nila. Coronavirus vaccine, citing serious adverse event. O sara, event, dili events. Mana na ron? Maraba na yung gustong tilawag primero ni President Duterte na. Chinese government sidesteps questions on when kano sa sila mo congratulate sa US President-elect na si Biden. O ang Norwegian Airlines may not survive the pandemic. Yogi. Samtang nagkasaka makiigsunan ang cases og sa US more than 100,000 US alone ha, more than 100,000 new infections 7 days in a row. Sobra sila 100,000. Naiba, 110, 105, 120. The US has now surpassed a total of more than 10 million cases since the start of the pandemic, far more than any country in the world. Og magkataas pagyud kuno na. Matud pa sa usa ka expert nga director sa Center for Infectious Disease Research sa University of Minnesota, ningon siya, we are watching cases increase substantially in this country far beyond, I think, was what most people ever thought could happen. It will not surprise me, matud pa niya, if in the next few weeks we see over 200,000 new cases a day. Grabe ha, 100,000 pa ganiro niya. In the next few weeks, maabot na mo 200,000 per day. Paspasaw na. It took you pila ka months, maabot og 100,000 per day niya. Karon maabot mo 200,000, double pa gyud kaysa 100,000. But it's not just the rising infections that are alarming. Kagahapon mo kay Igson, karon gahapon nga results, karon gipagawas nga data, ang United States had more than 59,000 people hospitalized nationwide. On the same day, the nation reported the largest single-day increase in hospitalizations since July 10. Kaya, grabe, kuan gila, lapan gilag maayo. Labuan. More than 238,000 people have died since the start of the pandemic in the US. O sa mga states nila, paano naundan ng kuan? Sa Tibok United States, not a single state is trending in the right direction. At least 44 states are reporting at least 10% more new cases than the previous week. Dito sa Nebraska, state of Nebraska, as hospitalizations rise, the governor announced new measures that will take effect on Wednesday nila, Thursday na to, including keeping at a distance of at least 6 feet between parties in gyms, restaurants, weddings, indoor gatherings, and places of worship. Masks will also be required for both staff and patrons at establishments, including salons, barbershops, and bowling alleys, and other indoor businesses where staff and patrons are within 6 feet of each other for 15 minutes or more. O ang mga hospitals dito are at the brink of taking their toll on the American communities. Sa Texas, the hardest hit county is El Paso. It has 6 mobile morgues and has asked for 4 more trailers. That comes as the state nears 1 million infections since the start of the pandemic. Ang Texas na niya, ang Texas na niya, hapit nila mo 1 million infections. In Ohio, all parts of the state are affected by an unprecedented spike in hospitalized patients. Ohio na, dahil po ito kanina, Texas na ito. And the good news is, ning-announce kaganina, o kagabi, kahapon, ang drug maker nga Pfizer, may announce nga ang ilang COVID-19 vaccine appears to be more than 90% effective based on early data. The results could mean a vaccine is right around the corner for the American people. It's still unclear how long Pfizer's vaccine will offer protection against the virus. Matod pa sa Vice President sa Pfizer, the company will continue learning more about the timeline as the clinical trial continues. Ang problema sa among vaccine, duha na ka dosage yung imno na dosage 1, dosage 2. It will be a logistical challenge as the shot needs to be stored in freezing temperatures. Kamo ba? Ano? Nanatad. Nanay, humanity AVX diri. Dagan nagnatabangan. Barato ra kayo. Practically, labor yung mong gikuanan na. Ano? Ano man siyang mahulong ka sa balik dito sa taas. Pero ang problema kay si Trump yun, sa iyang transition, wa pa man nagpakita. Wa pa man gud maangkon si Trump nga napili siya. The question is not whether Trump is leaving, is now how much destruction, revenge, and chaos he will wreak on the way out the door. For example, iyan ang gi-fire ang iyang Secretary of Defense. Kapila no siya mag-change ang Secretary of Defense. Ang Secretary of Defense niya makaigsunan, iyan ang gi-fire, presidential appointee man na, ambot niya ba ng pulihan in the meantime kay January 19 naman siya kutob, in January 20 mag-take out na mas Biden. Yung kataunan po to sa Rudy Giuliani nga magkuhan ko na siya sa Four Seasons. Dire Four Seasons Philadelphia, dire Four Seasons Hotel, Four Seasons Landscaping, kaita. Pagkaluoy na kita mag-press con ka to sa gardening center, wala na ka sa mall. Tipos Four Seasons nga hotel. Nanoy naka-cheap day sila. Press con rin ha. Luoy kaya si Giuliani. Si Giuliani ba? One of the best lawyers, America's foremost mayor. Nadaot lang siya sa dihang mulaban gud siya ni Trump despite the fact na si Trump na character issues, ethical and character issues. Ano problema ni Biden, ni Trump, ni Rudy Giuliani? O nakita mo sa bagong movie nga Borat, subsequent film, Borat Part 2, ilang interview si Giuliani, wakibas Giuliani gag-interview siya para sa movie, nagtuo siya itong legitimate interview, si Giuliani may quote sa iyang Carsones. Dito sa bedroom kauban ang reporter nga actress na ito. Okay ba Giuliani? Intervene si Borat. I think intervene siya right there and then to protect Giuliani kay unsa niya mabuhat ni Giuliani na mapakita niya, mabrihan niya Carsones nakuha sa kamera nila. So murag luksos siya dito rin. Biden wants to see masks mandated in all 50 states. Ayan. Matud pa ni Carl Bernstein, katong usa sa mga author sa All the President's Men. Itong nag-chronicle sila, nag-reporting sila sa Watergate scandal panahon ni Nixon, 1970s, 1972. Sa sources ni Carl Bernstein, ingon nga, the President is in a rage. Pero, ikaw na mabuhat ang Presidente. Trespasser naman siya after January 19. After January 20. So, ma-appeal ba ka ni si Trump? Ma-appeal ni si Trump sa Hanover? Sa inauguration ni Biden? Dili no? Uy, murag siya ray kuan. Murag siguro the only president nga wa mo attend sa Hanover kadto si Herbert Hoover o si John Adams. Kato si John Adams, mo gito siya nangusog sa independence. Dili si Jefferson. But Jefferson, may misuwat sa Declaration of Independence. Genius mo gito si Jefferson. Si John Adams, mo gito siya nangusog. Parabag, motivation. He was the motive force. The political motive force behind the Declaration of Independence United States from the United Kingdom, from Britain. Pero ang na first president si George Washington nga mo'y general, mo may nakigubat. Ang second president si John Adams. Unya si John Adams, remember kini sila party sila ko na Declaration of Independence. Si John Adams gipulihan ni Jefferson. Maroon sa tos Jefferson kay iya man sa ipang siya nga blind item ipang-release sa mga journalist sa America at the time. Ya si John Adams iya man pong gi-release tong mga katong relasyon nga nakaanak ni si Jefferson og ni African American nga slave nga babae. Kana pagkangan nga si Jefferson nakapaanak og African slave. Ninggawas na sa mga istorya sa newspaper. Panahon pa nila. Remember, we're talking about first President George Washington, second President John Adams, third President is Jefferson. Pag pa kayo ang independence ato. Papakan in Civil War. Kan Civil War, mga 1860s naman. So, kini si Adams, si Jefferson, sila kontrahanay sa newspaper. So, si John Adams, siya pong news ito nga nakapaanak ni o nagpuyo ni or nagpanig slave ni nagpaanakan niya ang iyang kabalingang slave. Kasi Jefferson, he had cumulatively over 600 slaves. Kato si Jefferson. Nagkapaanak ni siya usa ka babae kato si Sally Hemings niya. Murag tulo o upat ang anak ni Jefferson with Sally Hemings. Kasi Sally Hemings, bata pa ni mga 16, 17 years old. Ida dito sa France. May slavery sa France. Si Sally Hemings actually, pwede na siyang di muli sa US. Free siya, dili na siya slave in France. Kaya na ambassador man ni si Jefferson sa France. US ambassador in France. To France. So, hindi na tayo pabalikon si kanya magunsam sa Sally Hemings dito. Yan ang sila anak. So, iyang i-promise nga yung kamatay nimo i-free ang atong mga anak, i-free as a slave, ibutas imong will and testament nga ma-free. Gi-free gud ni Jefferson pagkamatay ni Jefferson. Pato ni balik sa si Sally Hemings, ang babae si Sally Hemings. Wag mo tuon na nila pero karon gi DNA test naman so klaro na gyud nga si Jefferson nakapaanak yun mga baba dito ni Sally Hemings. So, tayo pa ha. Okay. Musta na ba din na? Si Eligo, watching from Cebu South, Joe Black na minutaron. Tere Erida, ang gabi sa ninyo. Okay. So pagkadaog ni Jefferson, si John Adams, wa siya mo appeal. Wa siya mo attend sa inauguration ni Jefferson. And the next one, I think, si Herbert Hoover, wa siya mo attend sa iyang successor. Kalimot og siya yung successor. Ani si Trump ron, ano problema niya? O mukaan ba ni siya? Siya na ni? Ang sounds na to. Tara, ito kuan ba? Okay. Sa laing bahin, Osaka, dito sa European Union, makaisunan, ang Amazon is charged with market abuse in Germany and France. Grabe. grabe sila mo-protect sa ilang protect sa ilang consumers. Dito sa ito, lagi na. Vatican admits that Pope John Paul II was warned about the abusive archbishop. Katuning archbishop sa Australia. Normal, forgiving lagi na sila. The late John Paul II was warned about allegations of sexual impropriety by Theodore McCarrick, but chose to promote him to Archbishop of Washington anyway, following McCarrick's own denials and an investigation by American bishops that returned inaccurate and incomplete information. So in 2001, he was raised to cardinal by John Paul II. After he became Archbishop of Washington, went on to become a power player in the church in Washington, D.C. But he resigned from the College of Cardinals in 2018 and was defrocked o gitantangan sa iyang pagkapari with the Vatican last year after a church trial found him guilty of sexually abusing minors. Mapita tong The Young Pope Season 1, Season 2. Grabe ko mo tanaw to. In fact, sa bar mo itong gitanaw. Mas dagan pa kong gitanaw mga TV series sa bar during the bar exams than studying for the bar. Really. Until 2017, no one provided Pope Francis with any documentation regarding allegations against McCarrick. So after 2-year investigation, nagpagawas Vatican reports. Manag-defract na nila si McCarrick. 2018 man itong defract nila. Defrocked. The report claims that Pope Benedict XVI asked for McCarrick's resignation in 2005. It adds that the Vatican's Office for Bishops told McCarrick orally in 2006 and in writing in 2008 to retire from public life, but he ignored it. The report says that Pope Francis was also aware of rumors related to immoral conduct with adults. When the first accusation of sexual abuse of a minor emerged in 2018, Pope Francis's response was immediate, and he dismissed the former cardinal from priesthood. Okay. By the way, si Indian Prime Minister Modi, Prime Minister sa India, iyang congratulate si Kamala Harris. Okay. By the way, ang Brazil health regulator ilang suspend ang Chinese development COVID-19 vaccine ganalag Sinovac following a serious adverse event involving a volunteer recipient. Ang Sinovac Biotech began phase 3 trials of its CoronaVac in collaboration with the Brazilian Butantan Institute in Sao Paulo, with an aim to recruit 130,000 volunteers. Do yan, no? May mayong China kanang inyong kuan na anong ipilapil mo bang nasod ninyong trials The pause in testing marks a potential setback for one of China's leading vaccine candidates and comes as US drug maker Pfizer also announced that early data from its coronavirus vaccine showed more than 90% effectiveness. The notes did not elaborate on the specific nature of the serious event or where it took place. Posing a clinical trial is not unusual. In September, drug giant AstraZeneca paused global trials of its coronavirus vaccine because of an unexplained illness in one of the volunteers. AstraZeneca to. Dahil ng Moderna, dahil ng Pfizer, dahil ng Eli Lilly, dahil ng Sinovac sa Britain, sa China, dahil sa ng AstraZeneca sa UK. Napag Moderna. So, remember this. Okay? Then lain na sila technique, and lain sila approach, and lain sila strategy. Okay. So, naminaw taron si Ma'am Mao Palomo. Good evening, ma'am. Si Ma'am Hana Baclayon Bungkaras. Good evening, ma'am. Si Engineer Hill Escudero. Og naminaw ni sila gikan sa Lapu-Lapu City. Si Hana og si Michael Bungkaras. Okay, so usa ka award-winning, lahi niya to ha, balik ta sa Asia. Usa ka award-winning Hong Kong journalist appeared in court karong adlaw on charges related to a role in helping to investigate alleged police mishandling of a violent mob attack on democracy reporters in 2019. Tampa. Nagbuhat rin siya, nag-cover rin siya niya, kihas ron. This case has intensified concerns over shrinking press freedoms in the semi-autonomous Chinese city. By the way, kini si Bao Choi is an employee of a public broadcaster, ang RTHK or Radio Television Hong Kong, was arrested last week in connection with data on vehicle registrations she used for investigative documentary. So, wa siya dapat tungod siyang pag-report, kidakop siya kaya nagamit siya mga vehicle registrations sa iyang documentary na sa tao. The piece examined the July 21 mob attack in Yunlong subway station last year, which showed dozens of suspected gang members violently attack pro-democracy reporters. So, dili police ning attack, ang mga gang ning attack sa mga protesters. Footage of the attack posted on social media showed masked men wearing white t-shirts and armed with batons and metal rods, blindly attacking unarmed crowds on the platform sa train station and inside train carriages in the far northwest of Hong Kong. At the time of the Yunlong incident, Hong Kong police were widely criticized for the slow response, and protesters allowed law enforcement officials accused of working with the gangs, a charge which the police denied. Paita, no? Reporter ka sa public RTHK, Radio Television Hong Kong. Kanya ikaw may gi-arrest. So, gitanaw kisa tong mga nakapark ng vehicles na apil ang iya, nga, sama rin, gidakop siya tungod kay false information sa registration. Sama, paita. Dili, paita. Now, lawmakers threaten to quit en masse. The case comes as Hong Kong pro-democracy opposition legislators raise concerns that Beijing is cracking down on genuine political opposition in the city. Opposition na mo ka na, di man naingon nga mga rebelde. The wide-reaching law, which was imposed in Hong Kong without public consultation, criminalizes secession, that means to say Hong Kong mobiya sa China, subversion, terrorism, and collusion with foreign powers, and many fear it is being used to override existing legal processes and erode the city's civil and political freedoms. Mayaw ni. Gidakop na gud nila tong tag-iyasan sa kuan. Gi-investigate nila. Ang tag-iya sa Giordano, nga iyan ang gibilig ang Giordano, focus na siya sa Apple Daily Newspaper o kanang next media. Tapos buha nga po dali, no? Anyway, thank you and good night. Salamat sa yung uban ka na ako. Ano ni? Okay. So, isa itong main window. Okay, thank you sa inyong pag-iguban ka na kung makaigsunan. This is the 11th, the 10th of November. 11-11, happy to ng 11-11 na. Shopping spree. It's the 10th of November 2020, episode 36, the Benz Night Show. Thank you and good night. See you tomorrow.